Yeah,
I'm not here to
people
tell you not to do
say
it.
I take women back 100 years. I'm like, no, I'm the clear example of how to be empowered. I use my body. I do what I want when I want. And this is the thing you've been banging on about for years. I hate, like when I click on the comments of these women that are like, oh, you're taking us back 100 years. Then in their bio, it says stay-at-home mom of two. I'm thinking, what the fuck was you rooting for?
That's
because
right.
you have just stayed
That's
at
right,
home.
Bonnie. See, this is the future.
Yeah.
This is the future. This is fantastic. It's exactly what Western society is headed to.
Did you see it? By the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we did it. You did it. We have exceeded our target of £2 million, jumping from 1.7 to 2.4 million from just 2 donations. Something deeper than generosity is at play here. And that's belief. Belief that this waqf matters, that it's worth investing in, and that it is permanent and it is here to stay, insha'Allah ta'ala.
Assalamu alaikum, guys. Alhamdulillah, Rom sisters, I come from a Jahiliyyah. But believe me, guys, I don't think I've been anywhere close to these two individuals, especially that woman, Bonnie, whatever her name is. The Prophet ﷺ said in a hadith, the prevalence of fornication and adultery along with drinking of alcohol is a sign approaching the hour. Prophet says one of the signs of the hour is that zina will be so prevalent that a person having zina in the middle of the road, and the best amongst them, the Prophet said, will be someone who's saying, go and do it behind the wall. Here's a video of Andrew Tate's discussion with this Bonnie woman, and we're going to see, inshallah, brothers and sisters, and I'm going to say Alhamdulillah, because degeneracy and a man following his desires, this is what it brings it down to. This is what feminism, red pill, man-made laws, and man-made morality, and man-made I think I know best brings you to. Here's the video. Let's see what we can learn from it, inshallah. Say Alhamdulillah for Islam.
What do you think of Bonnie Blue sleeping with 1,057 men?
How honest should I be out of 10?
11.
I want you to be honest.
You want me to be honest?
Yeah, go on.
I don't understand why men sit here and try and lecture you about it. I don't understand why men sit here and say you shouldn't do it. It's your body, your choice, right? This is the world we now live in. This is the end result of feminism. You are the perfect end result of feminism. In the world I believe in the conservative, traditionally masculinely ruled world, a man would be in charge of his daughters until they're handed over to their husbands or boyfriends, and there would be a degree of masculine guidance. But feminism didn't want that. You know, women complain that men don't want to get married. We did actually want to get married when we got obedient virgins, but they disappeared, and they complained about the patriarchy, and they were tired of us giving them a house to live in and kids to raise, and they wanted to make their own choices. So she's making her own choice. That's a fantastic thing.
I mean, Andrew Tate's been smart about this. Obviously, you guys know my difference with Andrew Tate. But I agree when it comes to gender roles, there's a lot of truths that he speaks. Not all, which we're going to find out today. But as you can see, subhanAllah, feminism, this is the byproduct of feminism. This is the end result of feminism. Your body, your choice, do whatever you like. 1,057 men, no problem. You're a walking toilet. That's what you are. Men ejaculate. Yes? Okay, just like they go to the toilet. Number one. Number two, why to relieve themselves? What's a toilet? It's an inanimate object. And that's the reason why the Western system has made women inanimate objects. That's what they are. And there's studies that showed this. There was a study done in university where they showed women in bikini, and the part of the brain that lit up for tool use, they see them as inanimate objects. That's why you are walking, talking toilet. Because men come, relieve themselves inside of you, and say bye-bye. It's vile, it's disgusting. And like Andrew Tate said, before it would be the man, my daughters are my responsibility, my protection. I have to protect my daughters, my wife, my sister. Okay, they are under my protection. It's my job to make sure that the man that I choose for them, so it goes from one responsibility to another. That's the reason why Allah has given one level above a man in that responsibility, because it is something that we have. It's not something, it's a perk, it's a responsibility. Alhamdulillah, that's how it used to be. Well, that's what feminists done. Enjoy it.
What if it was your daughter?
Well, that won't happen.
But she's her own person.
I never said my daughter's her own person. I said women want to be their own people. But my point is, there's so many women who go to Magaluf for a weekend and do something very similar, and then they come back to England and get with some fucking guy and start asking for presents from him and talking about how they deserve a traditional relationship and they want to get married and they want a Christmas present and all this bullshit. Most women do exactly what Bonnie does. I don't see you any different than most women. And I'm not saying that in a degrading way.
Most women don't sleep with 1,057 men in a day.
1,000? Does it fucking matter?
I think it does.
I don't really think it does.
So
it's all disgusting to me.
I mean, yes, of course it is. In that sense, well, it is disgusting. You know, if a person is committing zina, you know one thing you need to understand with men as well, because there you can see his protective jealousy coming out. This is natural inclination to men. Men have been stripped of this. I was speaking to men, we're like, no, my sister can go and do what she likes. I'm like, what are you talking about? You've been programmed to say that. You know, in your natural inclination or behavior or psychology are okay with somebody doing stuff to your sister, or your daughter or your mother or your wife, that's not normal. That's not normal at all. So the thing is, it's the system has penetrated them, no pun intended, in a specific way, brown sisters, that they have succumbed to this. They become wimps. Men have become absolute wimps. That's why you can see, subhanAllah, it is so important that we have these traits. And you can see it, Andrew Tate, because he's talking about that. So one thing that he said, for example, about 1,000 or 1,050, I mean, the number, obviously, I'll be honest with you, like after a certain amount, it's just like, you know, it doesn't change. Just be honest with you. What change? You slept with what, 5 people now? An average Western woman sleeps anywhere from 9 to 15 people a year. What's the difference? 9, 15, 1,000. After a specific number, it's done. Khalas. Do you get what I'm trying to say? It's like, oh, woman's a prostitute. Yeah, it doesn't matter that once a label's given. Now it's like, oh no, it's just like 9, 10. Who cares? It does matter. It does matter for both men and women. It does matter.
The idea of having a bunch of men, a woman that you're with, is pretty repulsive.
But everyone has a past.
But see, this is the kind of shit white people say. I don't know what's wrong with you people. Everyone has a past. That's not acceptable.
Well, there you go. This is exactly. I mean, I have to agree with him. When he means white people talking about the Western men in general. What do you mean by she has a past? What the hell is this? You've been programmed to think this. This is not normal. This is not normal at all. Men would not accept this kind of stuff. Let's be honest with you. Men judge a woman by her past. That's a reality. That's our psychology. That's how we think. We don't like it. Woman judges by our future. What career we're going to have, what we're going to do, what kind of provider we're going to be. Are we going to get married again? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. For the woman that sisters come and say that you should not judge a woman by her past, then why do you guys judge us by our future? If a brother came and said, I want to get married again, what would you do? I'm not marrying him. Why is it that you have a right to do that? But a man, when he says, okay, you've been with 2, I don't want that for myself. Why is it one rule for you and one rule for another? That's what I mean by the imbalance here. We need to be just. If you can judge a man because he wants to get married again, okay, that's up to you. You don't want to marry him. A man can have every right to come and say, okay, you know what, you've had more than 1, 2 sexual partners. I don't want that for myself. It's absolutely right because we are different beings. Yes, you cannot make them the same. Let's understand that, guys, inshallah. Yeah, and it's weird that the men, the Western men have done this to themselves, and they are suffering like dogs. They cannot deal with it. They cannot deal with the reality. It eats in my life knowing that their wife has went around the block. They don't like it, but they can't do nothing about it. You ask for it.
Yeah,
I'm not here to
people
tell you not to
say
do it.
I take women back 100 years. I'm like, no, I'm the clear example of how to be empowered. I use my body. I do what I want, when I want. And this is the thing you've been banging on about for years.
Doing on God knows what to, and you're telling me this is empowerment. This is what feminism does. This is where the trajectory goes. That's the reason why the dust of feminism is coming to our households. Muslim men are being affected by this. Why? Because their wives have become Miss Boss Babe, slay the day babe, yes, Alhamdulillah, this, that, etc. SubhanAllah, they want the best of both worlds, you know, SubhanAllah, a bit of this, a bit of feminism and a bit of Islam. They can't have it both ways, SubhanAllah. So you can see this is what it has done. This is the end result of feminism. She thinks that's empowerment. Empowerment. Makes me sick. It's repulsive.
I hate, like when I click on the comments of these women that are like, oh, you're taking us back 100 years. Then in their bio it says stay-at-home mom of 2. I'm thinking, what the fuck was you rooting for?
That's
because
right.
you have just stayed
That's
at
right,
home.
Bonnie. See, this is the future.
Yeah.
This is the future. This is fantastic. It's exactly what Western society is headed to.
It's interesting. Andrew Tate's moving strategically. I said, oh yeah, go ahead. She's talking about taking you, that woman blame her for that they went back 100 years. Went back 100 years for what? We're talking about 100 years ago, the woman, alhamdulillah, British woman were wearing hijabs. They were dressed up decently. Yes, they were not promiscuous. They were not like that. There was a video that was shown, you might see on the screen, yeah, which they showed these kind of girls on a mannequin, a low-cut top. And they're all like, oh, which kind of woman would wear that? Skimpy, this, that, etc.
Disgusting.
Why?
Any girl with any decency would never walk in the street with them on.
But they might wear one of the...
Disgusting.
Why?
Well, I don't know. It's really disgusting. I wouldn't wear one. Try and catch on in Wolverhampton.
Well, I think it's just a gimmick, and I don't think any girl in their right mind would wear it.
I don't think any decent girl would wear one. I mean, they might be all right for these Debbie types in London at these parties, but I don't think they'll catch on in Wolverhampton.
That was their natural inclination. For a woman to have modesty, it is natural for them. For a man to have protective jealousy was natural. That has been stripped away from the woman. And that's the reason why when you corrupt a woman, the society at whole corrupts. That's why it's so important. Islam gives a great emphasis to protecting the woman, because, you know, when the woman goes down, it all goes down.
My daughter just wouldn't make that decision.
But why?
Because I still raise her in a household where she is masculinely guided, and she will be guided by me until I hand her over to some other man. However, I believe when women are left to their own devices, they will only ever make stupid decisions.
I mean, I don't agree with the word stupid, but I do believe that when women go to other women, they destroy themselves. I believe women lead other women to destruction. That's why I always tell brothers, do not let your wife have certain friends, or let me be honest with you, or go get advice from those friends, specifically about your relationship. She should not be speaking to her friends about your relationship, your marriage, etc. And if she's got these kind of friends, cut them off immediately. Why? Because women are a feminine energy. Yes, the feminine is a flow. Yes, okay. And that's the reason why it needs a man that's certain. Yes, it needs a man that leads. That's the reason why, subhanAllah, brothers and sisters, it's so important, because what happens is a woman has emotions. Yes, she goes through emotional imbalances, and the next thing she needs is to go to a friend who's on a period, not having a good time, is single, doesn't like the fact, and women compete with each other. Let me be honest, the biggest enemy to women is other women. Yes, okay, they go to their friend who's single, cannot find somebody, she's married, she herself is married, her friend is not, she's on a period, disaster. Oh, my husband said this, how dare he? Because deep down, she's gone through emotional imbalance. So she's like, okay, you know what? You should not put up with her. You can do better. Why? Because she just wants a friend. She wants a friend. She's single. Nobody wants her. She wants a friend. She wants a companion. Misery loves companion. Brothers and sisters, company. So that's the reason why I advise men not to advise women to not advise other women. Specifically, go to your family, male members, inshallah, if you're having a dispute with your husband, or go to a woman in your household, or someone that you know that is mature, that's had good marriage experience, 10, 20 years, and is still married.
It's mine a stupid decision.
I wouldn't say it's any more stupid than most decisions women make, to be honest with you. I think that most women, to some degree, are sex workers anyway. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah, so here, I don't know what Andrew Tate is talking about. They're all sex workers. What is it on about? Andrew Tate, your mum, your daughter, your sisters, if you have sisters, they're women. Are you trying to call them sex workers? Are you okay? I don't understand. What does he mean by this? Let's find out.
Right? Most women look at Miami or Dubai. What's your job? Oh, I've got a boyfriend. So your job is being a girlfriend. And why does he give you money? Because you give him sex. So most women are sex workers anyway.
So one second. So they're sex workers because they give intimacy to their husbands. So anyone. So I don't understand. Why would you use that connotation? That word sex worker, it's a connotation. Can I come and say, okay, okay, so what does that mean? So you're going to call prostitutes. You're going to say, okay, oh, my mom is my dad's prostitute. Or my sister is her husband's prostitute. My daughter is her husband. Why would you use such a word? I don't understand. It's so bizarre. And not only that, our wives get intimacy from us. Are we sex workers as well? Am I a gigolo? What am I? Like, am I a sex worker? I don't understand. Does Andrew Tate something speaks for the sake of it? I agree with a lot of stuff when it comes to gender roles, but it's very weird, and it's nothing to do with Islam.
But isn't that what you said the family unit was?
Well, then you're a sex worker with one customer.
I don't understand. He contradicts himself. Family unit, and now it's... I don't know what to say.
Which is nice. I guess it's better. It's more efficient.
But what about if you're raising children? That's not sex work, is it?
No, that's being a mother.
Yeah.
That's being a mother. So now that's being a mother. You're a prostitute, but at the same time, you're a mother. I don't know.
All right, so that's interesting, Rob. Rob said this, not me. So they're either virgins, sex workers, or mothers. Are those the three categories?
I think you're putting words into my mouth.
I think that's what Rob just said. Those are the three categories.
I'm just sat in the middle.
And women have to choose to be one of them.
Yeah, this is nothing to do with Islam, just to make it clear. Nothing to do with Islam at all. No way, shape, or form.
So is that what you think?
I think that when a woman becomes a mother, she has a purpose. And I think that women should be having children as soon as possible. And I think it gives their life a direction. And I think it's the most important thing to preserve society, especially if you want to talk about geopolitics and talk about race and all of these things. If you want to have a country that looks like the country it used to be, you need to have the original people from there having children. So
yes, I agree with this. Like for women, and this is why I always advise sisters to get married young. Get rid of the feminist world, the Western woman, the white woman is regretting going down the route of career path. They have been lied to. This is why we talk about women are easily manipulated. They have been lied to. Career woman, boss woman, read it. Women do not want to work. There was a large study done. Yes, okay. Many places, these studies show that women do not like to work. They don't want to work. And they have been told, Miss Independent, your boss, babe, go stay today. What happens is they reach the age and they don't understand. The biological clock is ticking. And I don't mean this in an offensive way. This is a reality. Your biological clock is ticking. You should get the kids out of the way. And then when your kids are a bit older, then you can go back to, if you want to go do a career, whatever. No, but at least you've got kids, you've got a husband, someone that takes care of you. Then you can go back to it. Don't do it the opposite way around. And that's the reason why so many women are suffering there. Do you know how many women are going to be single and without children? That's not in a woman's nature. A woman wants to. Yes, when she's ovulating, she wants to. She wants to procreate in a right way. It should be done. And believe me, I see the joy in my wife's eyes when she's with our children. I see it. Come on, guys.
Women go around, use sex to their advantage, but then are happy to cry about it straight away, saying, oh, he took advantage of me. And it's like, you're the one that wanted to do sex to have like the job promotion, or you're the one that wanted to have sex to get more attention or try and be more liked, but then they cry about it. And that's what I get frustrated about. And even with porn stars, like people in my industry, they'll do this for a few years, get the money, get the boob jobs, get the house. And then suddenly they go, oh my God, I was forced into the industry. Oh my God, someone took all my money.
I mean, sadly, this is, again, it's a reality in what sense? Because women don't like accountability in many aspects. In this specific aspect, you go down this industry, pornography, adult industry, whatever it is for that matter, do what you would need to do. And then afterwards, oh no, no, you wasn't. You're a grown adult. You have to take accountability. Take accountability, okay? You don't want to take accountability. You go doing things you don't want to do. And where does this stem from? A woman's haya. In a woman's modesty, haya, because I come from a jahiliyyah. No woman is going to come and say to you, I want, even the most hoish, excuse my language, hoish of the whole females who would behave that way, none of them come and say, I want you to sleep with me. They do it covertly because they have that haya element, the natural inclination of modesty. Why? Because that's how women are. And when they would go and do that, because they would act like they don't want to, when they do, they'll blame it on the man. Women need to take accountability for these actions, like Mia Khalifa. Oh, I didn't know. Yes, you did. You knew exactly what he was doing. You wanted for attention. When attention ran out, oh, I didn't know. You're the victim. You're not the victim. Take accountability. It's very important that women take accountability when it comes to these specific actions, specific entering this industry. You're not stupid.
So women are for money all the time anyway. That's all women do now. The entire Western world is women for money. So how hypocritical would it be for me to sit here and say, Bonnie, who's honest, who monetizes it directly with her own media empire, who's upfront about it and makes money from it, is a worse person than the girl who walks around like she's goody two-shoes and then...
Okay, so here's his basically saying, I agree and disagree in that sense, but he's basically saying the Western women are doing this anyways. And if you think about it, it is right, because if you look at the average Western woman, she's sleeping with 9 to 15 plus men in a lifetime, or maybe even more. I mean, back in the days, women like that would be called a prostitute. Yes, so he's saying basically she's at least monetizing it. She's going to be like, okay, you might say 1,057 man. No, okay, maybe. I'm not saying that. However, after a certain amount, you need to understand the way zina affects a woman is not the same affects a man. This doesn't mean in Islam they're treated different. No, in Islam, if a man or a woman have sex outside of marriage, they are capital punishment. If they are single and they have it, they'll be lashing. They'll get lashed, 100 lashes. Yes? And the punishment in the hereafter is the same. In the sight of God, you are the same. The punishment is the same. The crime is the same. However, the way it affects a woman is not the way it affects a man. This doesn't give a man to go ahead. The way a woman is affected, it shows that if a woman has more than 4 sexual partners in her life, her success rate of marriage and success goes from 90% to 20%, which shows that we need to understand women are emotional. The way she's created, that intimate bond, yes, because she releases oxytocin in her body, it's a bonding hormone. Yes, okay, so when that happens, you need to understand that's the reason why a lot of men avoid going for women who have a deep past or they've been with a man for so long. Because you know why? Because she has deeply bonded with that man, and she's going to be looking for that man in that the new husband. So that's the reason why a lot of men avoid single mothers or women who have been divorced, etc. Why? Because of this reason. The way it affects a woman is not the same as it affects a man. So that's the reason why Andrew Tate is saying that at least she is monetizing. Again, in Islam, it is wrong. Wrong is haram, man. This is a disgusting way of life. Subhanallah.
Have you slept with 1,057 women?
At least.
So are you quite similar?
Absolutely not.
Okay, this is disgusting because you know why? This is absolute nonsense. Because in Islam, you can't come and say that. You say it the way you're proud. The Prophet ﷺ said, all of son of Adam will be forgiven except those who mention their sins. You're boasting. You're boasting. I come from a jahiliyyah. Yeah, it's not something I'm proud of. It's actually something disgusting. I'm ashamed of it. Not only that, I wish I never went through it. Yeah? But, subhanAllah, qadr of Allah I did, and I was in the dark and I saw light. That's why I'm so, alhamdulillah, attached to Islam, because I know how dark it can be. I know girls like Bonnie, in clubs, etc. They're depressed. They are depressed, I promise you. They are so depressed. They have no trajectory in life. They have no compass. They are absolutely lost. Sleeping around, men throwing them around like a piece of meat, garbage here and there, etc., using, abusing them. It is so disgusting. And I've seen women like Bonnie broken down, finished, either turn into drugs, suicide, and God knows what. SubhanAllah. So for him to come and say it's not the same, you cannot say that. Yes, okay, in Islam, you will get the same punishment as her. You are as bad as her. 1,000. It's nothing to be proud of.
Why not?
Because it's the male's prerogative to impregnate as many females as possible. This is the masculine prerogative. This is biologically my prerogative is to do that.
So he is right in a sense where it is the man's natural inclination to want to procreate, but not in this disgusting way. Yes, a man is there, why? Taking care of his family household. Okay, procreate, yes, you can have 1 wife, 2 wife, 3 wife, 4 wife, and Islam is giving a limit. Not you can cause chaos and go everywhere. No, because it's all responsibility. So those 4 wives, they all have rights. You have to marry them all. You have to give them mahar. You need to speak to their fathers. You need to give them rights. You need to pay for the bills, all that kind of stuff. Why? It's limited to 4 because it's given that the Jew right, the basic Jew right, because even if you spend 2 days with each one of them, okay, roughly. So subhanAllah, at least there's some kind of rights and haqq given to them. Okay, that's the reason why God has limited it. And it's very important for us to understand this is not macho-ness, guys. Okay, as a man, we need to understand that this is our job, our duty to look after our families. So yes, we have the inclination to procreate. That's normal. That's why I say every man is polygamous by nature. But not every man can do polygamy. Okay, which is something I should add on to that statement that I made. So yes, but anyways, let's carry on.
So do you think you're a good role model for women?
I'm a clear example of what women have fought for years. Of
what?
Taking control of your body.
Correct.
Being independent. I earn my own money. I don't rely on a guy. I'm
Girl
paid
power.
More, exactly. I'm paid more than other
100%.
guys.
100%.
Do you think
she is a clear example of what women have been fighting for years? Absolutely correct.
Exactly. And who benefits from that? Men. Men love this. The reason why, look, she has an empowerment, etc. You know who benefits from it? Men. Because men can come and say, yeah, you go girl, dress up how you like, miniskirt, because that's what we like to see. And guess what? When you do that and act loose, we get sex for free. You know what? Because before you get married, speak to your father, that's long, man. Cheat code, boom. I can get what I want without getting married. All day, every day. Men love to see it. They're seeing you naked, etc., half naked, looking at you, checking you out, sexualizing you. 97% of British women have been sexually assaulted one way or another. So the men are benefiting from that. You don't get nothing, nada. And after that, after they get what they want, they call you what? A-ho. That's what it is. And Islam has come to protect the family unit. Islam has come to protect your heart. You as a woman, look what the Western world has done to you. And Islam is the problem? Islam is there to save you guys. Islam is there to give you the right trajectory in life. And that's the reason why Andrew says, yeah, you go, girl, man, stay today. What can you do? You know, because it benefits people like Andrew Tate. Benefits them.
The Western world. This is feminism. This is what all you white boys wanted. All you white men listening to women all the time. Women get to opinions all of a sudden. This is what you built. Congratulations.
So you blame...
Yeah, exactly. I'm so sorry. That's what you wanted, and it comes at a cost, because when people, the Western man has promoted this and made this seem legitimate and okay, guess what? Who's suffering? He is. Because when he's marrying his wife now, he's like, oh, damn, she's been round the block. He doesn't like that. Not only that, her being round the block has consequences now, because she's now comparing his private part sizes, he's comparing his performance in the bed, he's comparing his kiss, his looks, and everything about it to the past 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 20, or in Bonnie's case, 1,057 men. And she's saying, I'm not happy. And woman, like you said before, that's what Allah has given the power of divorce to a woman, because a woman can be, there's instability. She can be emotional, ask for divorce. And not only that, she's now comparing you to all of those other men. And what's happening now? The destruction of the family unit. Alhamdulillah for Islam. That's all I can say.
Well, 100% I blame men, because everything's men's fault, because men are the only ones who can apply force to scenarios. Women can't apply force. Men apply force. If there's something we don't like, we apply force to the situation. We could force this away. We could force most things away. So everything's absolutely men's fault.
And I mean, I 100% agree with him. When brothers come to me and say, oh, argument's sake, rare case scenarios, oh, my wife was disloyal. Or for example, my wife is disrespecting me. I mean, every woman disrespects their husband to a certain level, but I'm talking about deep disrespect, yeah? Disrespect me or doesn't listen to me. Listen, I blame him. I say, bro, it's your fault. You know why? Because when you married her, she pushed the limits. You didn't have no boundaries. You didn't have a backbone. That's the reason why. And women, guess what? They will never tell you. They'll say, oh, I don't like a man. I like a man that tells yes to everything. Bull crap. Women are known to say things they don't mean. When they say yes, it means no. When it means no. When they say no, it means yes. When it means no, it means maybe. Yes. So it depends. So you need to understand, as a man, I blame you, because you are supposed to be the leader. You are supposed to be the leader in the house. You have to be calling the shots. For example, with my wife, when my wife's got certain things missing in the house, I have to go get it. Yes? Okay, the bin, I throw it out. Okay, her charger recently broke. I had to go make sure that she's got a charger. I cater for her. I run around for her. Why? Because she's my wife. She's under my care. I need to make sure what she needs, she gets. What she needs, she gets. Not what she wants, she gets. Okay? And of course, there's certain things that I like to treat my wife as well. That's not an issue. Yes? I fixed the cupboard, for example. Bought a massive cupboard. Yes? Okay, this one is £300 for someone to come fix it. No, thank you. I don't have £300 to give anybody. Yes? I had to fix it myself. It took me nearly 13 and a half hours. I fixed it, alhamdulillah. When it comes to the bunk bed of the kids, I fixed it. When the car gets broken down, I fix it. When certain things happen, I fix it, alhamdulillah. But when it comes to obedience, I expect obedience as well. Okay, when it comes to leadership, I'm the leader. I'm the one who gives the last say in the matter. Why? This doesn't mean my wife doesn't have a say, but I have the last say. This is how the dynamics work, subhanallah. And this doesn't mean before brothers come and say, oh, mashallah, Ali Dawah. So, no, when it comes to changing my daughter's nappies, I do change it. When it comes to brushing their hair, I do brush their hair. When it comes to feeding them, I do. Sometimes my wife has to go certain places, go out, etc. I look after them. There has to be a fine balance, guys. Don't go to the other extreme of red pill or like make it seem like, no, your wife is your companion. Don't treat her any other way. So it's important that I blame men, because if you don't have the backbone to have boundaries and make sure that you say, when you say no, it's a no, then my friend, let me tell you something. Not only would your wife will be disgusted from you, you have no backbone, she will disrespect you. And let me tell you something. If she cheats, I'll blame you, nobody else.
So why should I sit there and think, fuck, I should do something to help you? I don't care. I should focus on myself. And if more people did that, the world would actually be a better place. But they become so fixated on other people. I'm like, where's your life? Why are you not focusing on yourself? Like, look in the mirror, you're fat. Go and do something about it. Your teeth have that much plaque on it. Like, you're fucked.
If everyone focused on themselves, it would be a better place. What the hell are you talking about? What kind of stupidity is this? This is the hedonism of the Western world. Absolute hedonism. Myself, my selfishness. It's all about me. Brothers and sisters, wallahi, what can I say? In this aspect, subhanAllah, all I just want to say is, guys, nothing else is big. Alhamdulillah for Islam. And subhanAllah, the Prophet ﷺ said, if you have no shame, do as you please. We have Islam, and alhamdulillah, come from a jahiliyyah, not close to these lot at all. But wallahi, what a depressing, disgusting life, bro. Wallahi al-azim. Alhamdulillah for Islam. Alhamdulillah for Islam. Wallahi, you do not understand how precious Islam is. And these are the guys that are a fine example of the degeneracy. Alhamdulillah, Islam is trying to save them from this, while Zionists are pumping into porn industry, gambling industry, alcohol industry, etc. to destroy your youth. And you've got Tom Robinson saying that Islam is the biggest threat. You scumbag. Till next time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.